Hey, what's up, guys? This is your boy, actor, singer Jason Weaver. Listen, I gotta tell you guys about this cool YouTube page that I was just made aware of called Fortress of Awesometude. Fortress of Awesometude. First of all, the page, the YouTube page, Fortress of Awesometude. It's so fly I can't even get it out of my mouth clearly. Fortress of Awesometude. That's crazy. I love that. Then on top of that, there's a show on there called Kryptonians Who Laugh. Now that sounds like my kind of show because I'm a huge Superman fan. And one of the hosts goes by the name of Kalel Creed. Amazing name, Kalel. I like that. He's got a partner, Zombay-kay. Zombie. You know what? I'm because that could be pronounced a couple different ways. So Zombay-kay, I'm gonna say it like that first, and then I'm gonna say Zombay-kay. But we gonna try both, cause I want people to make sure that regardless of whatever, you guys go to the YouTube page, the Fortress of Awesometude. First off, go to YouTube page, then check out the show Kryptonians Who Laugh. These guys sound like a blast. This sounds like my kind of show. Because I'm all about everything awesome, first and foremost, because I'm an awesome guy. Whether you know it or not. Get to know me. Check me out on Instagram at It's Jason Weaver. Get to know me if you don't know already. I'm pretty awesome myself. But then on top of that, being a Superman fan, you know what I mean? And with hosts like Kalel Creed and Zombay-kay, I mean, I can only imagine the shenanigans that go on this show. So I'm going to be tuning in. I want you guys to know that you got a new viewer. I know we met here through Cameo, but you guys got a new viewer. All right? And that viewer is Jason Weaver, a fellow Superman fan. Okay? A fellow Kryptonian. Okay? All right. But no, all that being said, no, you guys check it out. Make sure you guys support the show. Make sure you guys once again support the YouTube page, Fortress of Awesometude. It's Jason Weaver, singer, actor, signing off. Peace.
Oh boy!
You stretching?
Oh, you're stretching.
No, it's not me stretching.
Okay, I thought you were excited.
I am excited. What's up, everybody?
Hi.
It's episode 8 of Kryptonians Who Laugh. We're here again. Good old times. Being on schedule and whatnot. Proud of us.
I am proud of us too. You know,
Proud of us.
something we never thought would happen. You know, it was always a goal, but we never thought we'd reach it.
That's right.
You can reach your goals, man.
You can be anything you want to be, even on schedule.
Oh yeah,
We're nailing it.
I'm proud
But
of us.
as always, Kalel Creed.
Zombay-kay.
What's been going on, my man?
Well, you remember how I said I was working at Star Tech last episode?
Yeah.
Not working at Star Tech anymore. Yeah, I got a security job offer. Getting about $5 an hour more than I was making at Star Tech. So I was like, unless I was just gone. Like,
Did you actually tell them you were leaving? Did you just?
yeah, I didn't. I was going to be nice. I had to hand in my badge.
Oh.
If I didn't have to hand in my badge, probably not.
Oh.
But I had to hand that in, and my headset and my lock. And so yeah, I did all that, and then I left. Dabbed out.
Congrats.
Thank you. I'm a security officer again. Probably starting either tomorrow or later this week.
Where?
Working at Walmart.
Which one?
No idea. I'm thinking since there's really only 2 Walmarts in Lynchburg that I know of, it's either going to be that Walmart down there, where the
Wards Road?
yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be Wards Road because that's like more of a shopping center versus the neighborhood grocery. I don't think that one I would be working at. I might.
Or maybe the Madison Heights one. Are you going to be the guy enforcing masks?
No, they have employees for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have employees that stand outside for that. I think since I never see security at Walmart, but
You'd
I'm
be a loss
guessing
prevention guy.
probably.
You'd be watching cameras.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be on the cameras like all day, and then if I see something going on, there's a call for me to come out and do something, like somebody's being an idiot and I have to escort them out, or what have you, ready to do a patrol or something. That's probably when I'll be walking around. But if I had to guess, majority of the day I'm going to be on cameras.
Do you have is there an actual uniform or are you regular clothes?
There's an actual uniform.
Oh.
Yeah,
I've never seen security guy in Walmart, so I don't know.
Exactly, yeah. Neither have I. That's why I'm thinking like they must be on cameras all day.
Mm.
So like that's most likely what they're on. Is why we haven't seen them is because they're in a security room watching the cameras for loss prevention, and they only are on the floor if they catch you trying to do something you're not supposed to do, or if they're called on the floor because then there's somebody needs to be escorted out. And since Lynchburg isn't that serious, rarely ever that happens.
So please tell me that how it's going to be is you're going to be in a dark room with like 15 monitors, and you have a hood on, and you just
I fucking wish, man.
you just be watching. Like,
yeah,
cameras,
right. That'd be dope.
And then you'll see something, and then you'll throw the hood off.
Yeah, like Emperor Palpatine or some shit. It's like
tell me
that the Senate.
Yeah. Tell me that that's how it is.
I hope so. I really hope so.
Even if it's not, that's what I'm going to imagine.
Exactly.
In a dark room.
Exactly. And whenever something happens, I'll just go hacker voice. I'm in. And I'll hit something. It's going to be dope. I'm so excited. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. I'll be getting.
Well, congrats.
Thank you. I should be getting a call from the district manager at some point today or tomorrow, one of the two, and he's going to be telling me exactly when I'm starting, all that good shit. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, me, I've just been working out.
Yeah, I've been seeing you getting fit, man. You're getting gains.
I'm trying. I gotta lose some of this. It's too much.
You're doing a good job. Like I noticed a lot of your shirts are looking looser on you.
Yeah.
Like,
So yesterday I did 2 miles on the elliptical. Did 2 miles on the elliptical. Did my full body circuit workout.
Yeah.
Which it'll kick your ass. Like it's like the first time I ever did it, I threw up.
Oh my god.
Because it's 30 seconds in between exercises. You do 4 sets, 15 reps. So in between each set, you rest 30 seconds. You have 30 seconds to get it together, and you go back in.
Yeah.
And you're constantly moving. Like the very first time I ever did it, this was years ago. I threw up.
Oh my god.
But I'm used to it now. It's exhausting. Like I have to do it towards the end of the day, otherwise I'm no more good. But I did that yesterday, and then I did the workout, and I did 3 more miles on the bike.
Okay.
The cycle. So I did 5 miles in total.
Okay. That's what's up.
I've been seeing these challenges on Facebook where you can sign up for these virtual races, and if you complete them, you'll get like a medal. You get actual medal or a T-shirt. I mean, you got to pay for them, but you can get an actual medal. So right now I'm doing the Thor challenge.
Thor challenge.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Okay.
It's a pretty badass
scout.
medal. Yeah, pretty badass medal. So
Scout.
yeah, I'm training like Thor. So
Dude, Thor's my boy.
not really. I have to run, walk, cycle, do a cardio machine for 50.5 miles before I can get it. So right now I've done 5 miles.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, Thor is my boy. Every time I hear thunder, I'm like, yes, he's clapping his cheeks, doing a squat and stands up, cheeks go, and thunder hits.
What do you prefer? The Big Lebowski Thor or regular Thor?
Why can't we all just love Thor?
I'm just saying, like it's some people have preferences. I like them both.
Yeah.
I like the dude Thor. You probably never seen the Big Lebowski, have you?
Honestly, no. I was trying to just shrug it off and pretend with the dramatic look up, like I was thinking about it, but now I have no idea.
I'll show you afterwards. You're
Okay.
like, oh yeah, that's what because that's what he was doing in game. He had the sunglasses and the big robe on.
Oh,
yeah.
I know what you're talking about,
Yeah.
like the chunky Thor, dude.
Yeah.
That's my boy.
Yeah.
I love
Jeff
chunky
Bridges
Thor.
played him. He was the dude in the Big Lebowski.
Okay, I didn't know that.
They looked alike. That's why.
That's awesome.
When Tony Stark walked by him, he was like out of the way, Lebowski or something. Like
Okay, that's hilarious.
So-
That's my favorite Thor. I love him so much because one, that's the Thor that has the fuck off battle axe. That's my shit. I was like, yes.
Stormbreaker.
Yeah, dude, axes are my thing. I love axes. Like, you know, Mjolnir is cool and everything. It's a hammer, but but I've always been a proponent of axes. They're badass as shit. They're useful as shit. Especially, you know, that's what a lot of the times Vikings used was an axe, and the reason why is because most of the time they were fucking farmers. So they just got done chopping wood. Somebody came and fuck with their land. Went, okay, I got it. Like, they just walked into battle with their fucking axes.
That's one thing I couldn't have been with a Viking. I wouldn't have survived.
Really?
Like, you're on a boat, and when you get off the boat,
yeah,
you're jumping off the boat with an axe to go fight other guys with axes.
It's dope. And if you die, you got a Valhalla, where you literally just drink, fight, and fuck. That's it. That's all you do. In Valhalla, dude, you drink, fight, and fuck.
But you don't get to participate because you're dead.
No, yes you do. You're there doing it. The only time you do not participate in Valhalla is if you don't die in battle.
That's what I'm saying. If you die, then it's...
If you die in battle, like if you went out fighting, like if let's say if me and you are fighting and you kick my ass and kill me, your boy's gonna be drinking, fighting, and fucking in Valhalla.
I don't want to get killed by an axe.
You don't have to get killed by an axe. It can be a spear,
It will
sword.
be an axe. 9 out of 10 it'll be an axe. A guy, a giant guy trying to
Kill you with an axe. It's gonna be an axe.
I don't want any part of that.
Okay, alright. Die like a bitch. Go to Helheim. Enjoy your time there.
I mean, technically I can throw Valhalla anytime I want, but...
That's what I do. I'll run towards the hook. I was playing last night by myself on DVD, and I ran towards the hook. I was like, "Ah!" Just running towards the fucking hook, dude. I was like, "Let's get it!" Like, yeah, I died, but you know the effort was there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So I mean, that's pretty much all I've been doing.
Okay.
Not a lot, but it's a lot for me because I'm actually sticking to my goals of getting in shape.
Nice,
and
man.
It's gonna be a long process, but
Yeah.
I mean, I'm committed. I'm supposed to go to yoga today, as a matter of fact.
Yes.
But
Limber up.
we will see.
Every time you talk about yoga, I just picture you in like yoga shorts. They're super tight. Like a sports bra, just like doing a split. Like,
Yo, those poses are hard.
I know they are.
Those poses are hard.
I know they are, man.
But I do yoga for warriors, which is me and a bunch of vets. And when you think of vets, you think of old guys.
Yeah.
That's what this is. It's a bunch, it's me. I'm the youngest guy in there. It's a bunch of, like, by a lot. Like, so much younger than everybody in there. But they're all good dudes. You know, I love them all. They're all good dudes, and they are way more flexible than I am. They can like go. Well, the instructor can go Indian style and push himself up and it's crazy. It's like how like in some poses that we do that he'll stand straight up in the air, and I'm like, oh, so you want me to watch this one? 'Cause I definitely can't do it. But it's mostly just stretching and breathing and it's where I get most of my good ideas because at the end you do something called Savasana. And it's just you just lay down and you put your feet out you lay on your back, put your feet out, and you put your arms by your side, you close your eyes, and you put like this little bean bag you put over your eyes. It has a smell that like relaxes you, and you just drift away for like probably about 15 minutes. You just erase all the negativity, and that's why I get most of my good ideas when I'm doing that.
Okay.
So
also sounds like a tasty snack.
Could be.
Put more for dinner. How much
Or
Savasana?
a soda. Like, what do you want to drink? You got some Savasana? Oh,
Yeah, that's an alcohol. What do you mean soda? That's like vodka. That sounds like it would kick your ass. Like, yeah.
But it's my favorite part when we do when we do that. We get to lay down and pretty much go to sleep.
That's fair.
But it's just relaxing and I really enjoy it. But on to news and social justice, because we will never not talk about that. We won't let it go. It's still
We're
going
adults
on.
here. We talk about stuff that's happening.
Yeah, it's still going on. So in California, they had a Black Lives Matter mural, and the city ended up washing it away because an attorney in California wanted to put a MAGA 2020 logo near the Black Lives Matter logo. So the city decided we'll just wash away the Black Lives Matter logo and be done with it. My issue with that is I'm all for points of views. If you support Trump, cool. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with somebody who supports Trump. Everybody likes who they like. It doesn't detract from what I feel about you as a person. Unless you display asshole tendencies, I don't really have an issue with it. If me and you sitting here, if me and you doing this show, if you were a Trump supporter, it wouldn't bother me because you're not. Well, I don't want to say you're not an asshole, but
I'm a huge asshole.
But not in the
douchey way.
A douchey racist person.
I'm just an asshole in like, I love you, so I'm gonna be an asshole to you kind of way.
Yeah.
Millennial asshole.
Yeah, that's what it is. But if you support Trump, cool. I don't have a problem with that. But I just would like to keep the two separate because MAGA 2020 is a political statement. Black Lives Matter is a human rights statement. The two really don't have anything to do with each other. So, if you want to say MAGA 2020, it really has nothing to do with social issues or black people being treated as though our lives are less than. And anyone who just comes in and shouts all lives matter, I don't think you really understand what is trying to be said. Mm-hmm. If you would stop getting so upset and stop trying to shout over everybody and actually listen, I think that it would be you would actually learn something. It was the same with the Kaepernick thing. They were talking about how he was disrespecting the flag and disrespecting the troops, and it had nothing to do with that. For one, Kaepernick had consulted with a former military individual who was now a veteran on what's the best way to protest. And that individual suggested that he kneel. He wasn't causing an uproar. He wasn't disrespecting the flag. It was strictly to say, these issues are happening. This is my protest to those issues. Not the American flag, not the military, the social issues of black people being killed by police. This is the issue. This is how I'm going to peacefully protest. But everybody just wanted to keep yelling, he's disrespecting the flag. He's disrespecting the United States. He's disrespecting this, disrespecting that. Whatevs. At the end of the day, it's a piece of fabric with colors on it. It's okay. And I'm a veteran. Whatever. That's all it is. It shouldn't be enough for you to hate somebody for peacefully protesting. But I'd like to hear your thoughts on it while I'm rambling.
No, man. You said it good. About the Kaepernick thing, I never understood the anger behind it. My dad could not stand it. He was a huge NFL fan, and he's like, I love my dad to death, but we just don't agree on certain things. One of them is political stuff. Even though social, like for like human justice and isn't supposed to be political, one of the issues with modern society is it's been pulled into political statements. Mm-hmm. Human rights has never been a political statement, nor was it supposed to be a political statement. But how can a party get more people to agree with them? Let's just add this. Hey, we support this. Now you got all those people behind you, and that's how it started. So I agree with you. Human rights issues like Black Lives Matter, not Black Lives Matter. I'm like this. I'm telling you, man, my language is all over the place today. Black Lives Matter is a human rights issue, but in modern society, one of the ways we have utterly failed as a country is we have turned human rights into a political issue, and that's just not how it was supposed to be.
Right.
So that's really my stance on it. People need to understand that the government is not all powerful. They're not all knowing. They're literally all they're supposed to do is protect us from other governments. That's really all they're supposed to do. When the Founding Fathers created the United States of America, they designed it to be a union, thus United States. It's because each state functioned in its own guidelines, its own laws, and its own belief systems. Why? Because each state has over, 500,000 people in it. That's hard to govern with one group of people in Washington, D.C. Can't happen. But as time changed, as time progressed, federal government got more and more power, and now it's to the point to where everything's political. Because if you don't believe in a certain way, then you don't believe in the government. And then you're a socialist, and you get ostracized for it. They called, I know my family called Kaepernick a socialist all the time. They call him a fascist, socialist. They're like, he doesn't, why is he preaching about injustice when he's making more money than 90% of the population? And it's like, that's not the point. That's not what he's talking about. But they're so caught up in the political. They're so caught up in the economic side of it. What makes you money? If you're making money, then you're not oppressed. And it's like,
but he's using his platform and his money to affect change, which is what you're supposed to do.
Exactly. It's just ridiculous. And I saw this one statement on the All Lives Matter thing, because it's true, all lives do matter, but that's not what Black Lives Matter is trying to say. They're not trying to say that other lives don't matter as much. That's not what they're trying to say at all. What they're trying to say is, hey, my house is on fire, why are you guys not paying attention? That, saying all lives matter is like seeing the fire department at your neighbor's house and then saying, what about my house? Your house isn't on fire. Why aren't you over there?
Yeah, exactly.
It's stupid. It's honestly hypocritical, and it's dumb. And if you believe in all lives matter and you use it as an argument against Black Lives Matter, you need to grow up. 100%. We don't want you here.
Also, the Confederate flag. Let's talk about that for a minute. That just sprung into my mind real quick.
Okay.
People are so caught up with this Confederate flag thing. Do you understand what it symbolizes? It symbolizes a group of people who tried to leave the United States. Mm-hmm. It symbolizes somebody who didn't like this country, so they left.
Yep.
But people who have the Confederate flag now are like, oh, love it or leave it. That's literally what y'all tried to do. And you're using that as what to stand on as somebody.
Yeah.
It doesn't
make sense. Look, people would know these things if they paid attention in history class. But people think history is boring, so they don't pay attention. Please, open a history book.
Do any kind of research.
That's
any
history.
Kind.
No.
Well, do it. Don't say book. That scares people.
That's true.
Do any kind of research. Okay, any kind of research. Use your Google machines.
Yeah.
You use the interwebs.
Oh, they can't use the interwebs though because that's controlled by the government. So they're going to filter it. Yeah. Go to the library. Oh wait, they don't know that exists.
Oh god.
I guess they're just screwed.
Yeah, but come on, people. The hypocrisy of it all.
It's so stupid.
It's like,
and look, okay, the Confederacy, right? They lost. They got their ass kicked. And once they got their ass kicked,
they did take an L.
They took a fat L. And when they took that fat L, guess what they were doing? They were burning their flags to get back into America because they wanted their citizenship to not be constantly revoked after they got their ass kicked. And fun fact, for people who don't know anything about the Civil War period of time, Abraham Lincoln's assassination. I can't remember the guy that killed him because he's a little bitch who shot him in the back instead of shooting him in the front. Yeah, he's a bitch. Okay, if you want to kill somebody, look him in the eye.
Sorry,
anyway,
shoot him in the face.
Yeah, exactly. But he was a little bitch. But anyway, that man thought he was a hero. He thought that the South was going to rejoice because of his action, he believed that the war would have been rekindled, and the South would have been able to fight back because the North just lost their leader. That's not what happened. The South were livid. The South were pissed when Abraham Lincoln got killed. And the reason why was because Abraham Lincoln had an entire plan that was designed to integrate the Southerners back into the Union without punishment on them. He had an entire plan. And with him gone, the person who came in power didn't agree with that plan. And that's why if you go into the South, you see it's pretty fucked compared to the North. Like, the northern side of America is so much more diverse. It's so much richer. It has a lot more poverty. Not poverty, sorry. South has more poverty.
A lot less poverty.
Thank you. A lot less poverty. The North is so much better off. And the reason why is because the South is lagging behind because their economy got destroyed. And it's like, people don't think about that. They don't think about how the South did not, they wanted the Confederacy to fade away. They did not want that to continue. Your ancestors that you're claiming you're respecting by showing the flag are rolling over in their grave by you waving it around. There you go.
Be better.
Be better. Everybody love everybody.
Everybody love everybody! Come on!
That's right.
Hell yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. So yeah, speaking on that whole idea of standing up and, freedom fighters is what I believe the Black Lives Matter are. They're freedom fighters. Let's talk about history some more. We discussed the Confederacy, and let's talk about a thing called the White Rose.
Take notes, children. There will be a test.
Yes. I'm the proctor. The White Rose is an aspect that many people do not even know existed because it's something that's not talked about. But during the Nazi regime of the 1940s, the White Rose were founded, and they were a resistance group inside of Nazi Germany who knew the whole eugenics bullshit that the Nazis were trying to push. In case you don't know what eugenics is, it's actually an American-made thing. We practiced it here long before anyone else did, and then the Nazis borrowed it from us. America started off by euthanizing like mentally handicapped, physically handicapped, disabled people. Basically the ones that they thought the society didn't need. They euthanized them. At our old security place, a lot of euthanizations took place.
The training center.
Yep.
Really, really dark place.
Oh yeah. And yeah, so the Nazi regime borrowed that idea. A lot of Nazis thought America was like perfect because they were like, we want to have their ideals on euthanization, and we were trying to move out of that period, but they were, saying like, oh, this is brilliant. The White Roses were a group of medical students who saw the euthanizations, and they said, hey, that's bullshit, and they spoke up about it. They only believed in peaceful protest. They never did anything negatively. They handed out leaflets. They used graffiti to tag places. They tried to enlighten the German populace about what was going on, because at this period of time, in the Nazi regime, majority of the German citizens did not know what was going on. They had no idea the Holocaust was happening. They didn't know. Some of them suspected. There's a lot of people who said, hey, my mentally handicapped cousin kind of vanished, and they say he died of appendicitis, but he didn't even have an appendix. So they suspected something weird was going on, but they also knew if you speak up, you're dead. So a lot of people didn't speak up at all. The White Roses did, and they all got killed for it. But regardless of which, they just tried to enlighten the populace. They did a lot of graffiti, yes, but their graffiti was more of like tagging up like Nazi propaganda. They would tag it up with White Rose and Long Live Freedom, because they could see that, hey, this is not freedom, this is a dictatorship.
How big was the group?
Not very big.
Not very big. Okay.
No, it didn't take the Nazi regime long to hunt them down and kill them all. They were not very big.
So we kind of like kill on sight?
Yeah.
Okay.
They had them into a prison. They did imprison them, and they had a trial. The trial was a people's court where the White Rose members were not allowed. They were not allowed a defense. They were not allowed to speak, and they were not allowed to appeal for any resentencing or anything. And the sentencings usually took not even an hour for the judge to say you're guilty, and they were killed by guillotine.
On the spot, or
On the spot, yeah.
wow.
Yeah, they were all murdered for it. It was very intense. So yeah, the White Roses were something that I really wish was talked about more, because a lot of times people look at Nazi Germany and they just take it as all of Germany was insane. And as someone with German descent, I never liked that. I was like, that's not true. My ancestors weren't crazy, and that's because they were America. But regardless, it's not true that all of Germany was nutty. It's not true that all of Germany was backing Hitler. Many of them didn't. They were just terrified. They were scared. If they spoke up, they died. What one needs to understand about Germany during the Nazi era, Germany was in a depressive state after World War I. There were so many sanctions on them that prevented them from flourishing after the war. They were basically in punishment. And they were impoverished, people were starving. It was really bad. And along comes a man named Adolf Hitler, who was offering basically make Germany great again.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. Talking about how we used to be so great. All sounds familiar, right? But anyway, they turned to him for help. I remember there's a quote from Batman where he was talking about the Joker, and he said that the mobs were desperate, and in their desperation, they turned to a man they didn't fully understand.
Yeah.
That's what happened with Germany. They were desperate, they were starving, they were impoverished, the suicide rate was through the fucking roof, and they needed help. So they turned to a man they didn't understand, and immediately he was making change. They were spreading, they were making more money, the economy started rising, and in Europe, the Allies let them do it. And the reason why they let them do it until they invaded Poland was because they understood, hey, we were a little harsh. And so they were kind of like, yeah, you can take this land, we don't really care, yeah, you can take that land. But then they attacked Poland, and that's what sparked World War II. But yeah, so a lot of the people inside of Germany were not aware of the concentration camps. And the ones who were aware of it chose not to say anything, because it was either say something and die, or don't say something and hopefully survive. That was the mentality that they had. The White Roses chose to say something and die. There was the one guy's name was Hans, and his final words before his line, they give him the last words, like, what are your last words that you want before we cut your head off? And his final words were, sorry, you're tired. Are you okay?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. His last words was "Long live freedom," before they cut off his head. Christoph, his last words before they killed him was, "We'll see each other soon." It's extremely sad, and I really wish people talked about it more, because if people could see the similarities in what took place during the 1940s and look into the similarities of what's taking place now, about how Black Lives Matter protesters are being found hung, they're being killed, they're being ostracized, they're being looked as villains, you would see a lot of similarities to what went on during the White Rose period, which didn't last long. So yeah, use this time to really think about what's happening. Listen, use your ears, you have 2 of them. You really only need 1 to listen. So choose which one and listen.
Yep.
And don't let it happen again. I know it's a dried out phrase that history repeats itself, but it genuinely does. And the reason why it repeats itself is because people are ignorant and they refuse to learn from our mistakes. Humans are creatures of habit. We get into a cycle of doing things and we just keep on and keep on and keep on. And if we don't try to learn from yesterday, we're just going to do it again tomorrow.
Going forward, this is where we're gonna start expanding the show a little bit.
Yeah.
Starting next week, we're going to profile a a person who was unjustly killed. And just so we're diverse, it's not just going to be black people. It's going to be anybody who was unjustly killed. There's going to be a lot of black people.
So, there's a lot. There's a lot.
But it's not just, we're not just boxed into that. But it's going to be a lot of black people. So next week we'll start profiling people. We'll pick one person each week to keep this subject going, to keep the conversation going, so that we don't get distracted by what they try to distract us with, like Kanye running for president. Who cares?
Yeah.
We're still dealing with this issue.
Yep.
Jada Pinkett had an affair a couple of years ago. Who cares? We're still dealing with this issue.
Exactly.
So we're going to continue to hammer this home, and it's important to both of us that we do that, because these things are important. These things are happening. They need to stop, and we're going to keep talking about them until we see change.
Exactly.
And it's really that simple. How about we move to fun?
Yeah. We have a little bit of dark heaviness, so let's go into...
Yeah, let's go into the funness of Nightmare on Elm Street 4.
Yeah.
We know that's why you're here.
Yeah.
The Dream Master. So, what's your initial
My initial
take on it?
It's all downhill from here.
Yeah. This one's pretty bad. Also, I remember this one. I've seen this one the most because my grandmother actually had this one at her house. Like, she had this VHS tape. This was the only Freddy movie that she had. And
Weird choice.
Yeah, but that's what they had for movies back then. So.
Okay. I would have preferred Scream. Wasn't he out about that time?
No.
He wasn't?
No.
Scream? Yeah.
No. These are like 80s movies. Scream was 90s, yeah.
Oh, my bad.
2000, yeah. That was like a decade before. So, I don't think they probably didn't even do Scream on VHS. But, this one is like I said, the one I've seen the most. It's one I remember, has the most memorable scenes to me. Has one of the cooler deaths, but we'll get to that. But overall, didn't like.
No, overall it didn't hit the Freddy for me. It got to the point in the franchise where when he shows something new that he does, at this point, if they don't explain how he did it, where the power came from, it's bullshit. Or if he hadn't showed it previously or anything, it's bullshit. It's 4 movies in. His powers have been established. We know what he can and can't do.
I feel like they're getting lazy with bringing them back too.
Yep.
So with this one, Kincaid gets pulled into a dream somehow. I believe it was by Alice, but he pulled to a dream somehow.
It wasn't Alice. Alice is.
You're right. Okay, it wasn't Tina?
No.
No.
Kristen.
Yeah. It was Kristen. Correction. It was Kristen. Kristen pulls Kincaid into a dream somehow. She has dream powers from the last one. She continues on with him. And Kincaid's dog pees fire. The ground opens up.
Yeah.
From where they buried Freddy's bones the last movie.
Yeah.
The bones start fusing back together. It starts growing organs and skin. A burst of fire makes his glove. He picks up his hat out of the dirt. And we have Freddy again.
With the iconic line of, "You shouldn't have buried me. I'm not dead yet."
But you are.
Yeah, you are. You died a while ago, but multiple times, actually.
Hate to be the one to break that to you, but...
You're dead.
You're dead, buddy. But we have Freddy.
Yeah.
Freddy's back.
That's a different movie.
Yeah. But guess who's back?
Freddy's back. Don't tell a friend.
Yeah. The way they bring him back, it's stupider and stupider.
It's bullshit.
Each movie.
I mean, the way they killed him was bullshit.
We'll get to that.
Yeah. That was in the last movie how they killed him with like throwing holy water on his bones.
Yeah. I think it was worse this time.
Yeah.
I think it was worse this time.
It was worse.
But we'll get to that.
Yeah. It was.
Terrible parents.
Our continuation.
Yeah. Alice's dad asked her. She was wearing she couldn't have more clothes on.
Yeah.
She had like all the clothes on.
Yeah.
Like a full length dress, a jacket over top. Well, like a little shawl jacket over top of that. And Dad's like, "Is that what you're wearing out of the house?" Like she's wearing a bikini out or something. And I'm like, what are you talking about? That's what I want my daughters to wear.
Yeah.
But it's just the parents suck.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, alright, terrible parents are a thing that happens in all horror, it seems, but, like, I don't know why. That killers seem to focus on the troubled youth. But, it's almost like they're trying to say something, if you're troubled, we'll kill you. But anyway, taking a step back real quick, I had a question.
Okay.
You know, where we see, I want to kind of, like, preface this, because like I said, you know, at the opening of the nightmare topic, we know what Freddy can and can't do.
Okay. Right.
He has to be able to appear to someone, they have to know of him and be afraid of him.
Right.
We know that's how it works.
Okay.
Right. First of all, how the fuck did the dog know of him and be afraid of him? Why was he in the dream? Kincaid didn't have that power. He couldn't pull the dog in the dream.
I don't think Kincaid was afraid of him.
No, Kincaid wasn't. We just saw in the scene prior, he's like, Freddy's dead. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Kincaid was not scared.
Even in the last movie, he
didn't
like,
give a shit.
He was like he called him a jive turkey or something. He called him something, but he wasn't afraid of Freddy.
No, he wasn't.
So yeah.
It was bullshit.
That's a thing.
It would have made a little more sense if Kincaid's death happened later in the movie when Freddy had already fed on enough fear to be able to kill him regardless.
Yeah,
but he didn't.
Him being the first one.
Yeah, and then on top of that, how did he come back? They just kind of were like, oh, he's back, and it's like previously it explains someone needs to be afraid for him to come back. You could say, oh, Kristen was afraid. True. So why didn't he come back for her first? Why did he come back for Kincaid first?
Yeah.
Why the fuck was the dog there?
Why did the dog pee fire?
Yeah,
so many questions.
It's so stupid.
So stupid. So many questions.
And he at the very out the gates when I watched this movie, I was like, all right, so he can do that now, I guess.
That happened.
At this point, I knew it wasn't going to be a Freddy that I enjoyed. I knew Robert Englund was going to do his best. The actors and actresses were going to do their best. Other than that, the movie's going to suck. It was
Pretty good kills, though.
Yeah, good kills. The kills were okay.
Yeah, cool kills. But this is the one that you were asking about a few times ago. I think it was the first one you asked about the girl in the bed. And the kind of that was this movie.
Yeah, that was Houses for a Wet Dream. That's place in this one. Yep.
Yeah. So that
was
I
don't understand. Like I don't get it. Freddy, stop being all over the place. Okay, like at this point, it doesn't make any sense. All right, why is he so aggressive with some, but then he gives others a wet dream before he kills them? Was he into this guy?
don't know.
Did he think he was cute? And he was like, let him die with a boner? Like, I don't, like, he feeds on fear. Why is he giving him ecstasy before he kills him? That doesn't make sense. It doesn't follow Freddy. Like, I don't get, Freddy's into jokes. He's sadistic as fuck. He makes jokes before he kills you, and then he kills you, you know? But I don't, even prior to this, in Nightmares 1, 2, and 3, we don't see him being, like, sexual in that way. We see him maybe like being sadistically sexual, like, you know, flickering his tongue at people, but we don't see him like trying to.
He does that in this movie too.
Yeah, but we don't see him trying to like arouse someone before he kills them. Yeah. He makes them scared before he kills them. Yeah. So why did he show up to this guy as a butt naked chick pulling him into the bed? I mean, you can say like in the last movie he did show up as that sexy nurse for the dude and was all like, you know, check these out, and then killed the guy. Actually, never even killed him. It was the same kid! Hold on! It was the same fucking... Oh my god! Freddy likes this guy. Confirmed Freddy has a crush on this kid. What was that guy's name? The one who didn't talk? And now he was talking a lot in this one. It was Kincaid and one other kid and Kristen who survived the last movie.
I don't know his name.
Regardless of which, in the last movie, the kid who could not... My mind is blown.
Yeah.
The kid who could not talk, or chose not to talk, had the sexy wet dream about the sexy nurse, like, undressing for him. And then it turned into something horrible. And then the same fucking kid in this dream had a sexy wet dream. And then I think Freddy just liked this guy. But anyway...
Could be possible.
I think he just...
This one also had the dream rhyme.
Dude, it doesn't rhyme.
It does. At first it does, but the rest of it doesn't. Because it starts off like, now I lay me down to sleep, the master of dreams, my soul will keep.
Okay, first of all, that's a prayer.
Yeah.
First of all.
Yeah, but whatever. But the last part of it doesn't rhyme, but we'll get to that at the end, because that goes to the death. So Kristen is tossed into a furnace.
Pretty lit.
Then she throws a Street Fighter Hadouken ball into Freddy.
True. Yes.
Freddy then shoots it into Alice.
Yep.
And now Alice has the dream powers.
Yep.
I guess.
It's so...
I guess.
I miss Nancy. Can we have Nancy? It's so fucking dumb.
And then we go from that to the next day. Alice is in class. She falls asleep because, of course she does.
Yeah.
And somehow she pulls Sheila into a dream, who was wide awake.
Mm-hmm.
And a robot arm comes out of Sheila's paper and grabs her face.
Yeah.
And then Freddy's the teacher.
Yep.
And he goes over to Sheila and he says, let's suck face, or want to suck face, or whatever weird. And he
makes out with her, sucks all the air out of her.
She looks like a human-sized water bladder.
Yeah.
And then he throws her on the desk. And in the real world, she has an asthma attack and dies.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Definitely one of the weakest deaths in this.
Okay.
In this movie, at least with Kristen, she died in the furnace, which was kind of cool.
I guess.
You know, like it was kind of cool because it made the whole boiler room entry, and Freddy's upset with the boiler room. That's where he died, so he has like a connection to it. So like
Rick.
that was
Rick.
That was
no, that was our brother. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm reaching for names. Sorry.
I think it's over to Jay. But anyway, which was kind of cool. Kincaid, he shouldn't have died. Where was his dream powers? Why didn't he fucking like Street Fighter, like you said, punch Freddy in the balls? Like, where was that at? He wasn't scared of Freddy. How did Freddy have power over? I'm pissed about that. I am mad about Kincaid's death.
Yeah,
I'm pissed about it.
I'm happy he's out of this movie.
I am too, but like
he deserved better.
In my opinion, it's so stupid. Like I just don't think it makes any sense. But moving on from Kincaid, we got to move past the first death.
So yeah. So we're pushing through the movie.
Yeah, pushing through the trash.
Kincaid's going home, buddy.
Kincaid's gone.
Okay.
Let him go.
All right. So after Sheila dies, Alice is in the hallway talking to her friend. She gets upset. And
Scream runs
down the hallway.
Scary movie run.
With the worst running I've ever seen a person do.
I like a side by side between Alice's front and then like Cindy's run.
It's like the worst running I've seen. Until 2 seconds later, her brother takes off running behind her.
Like Naruto running.
And he immediately does it worse. Is this family bad at running? Because it's her brother, so they just suck at running.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, so it's
yeah.
It happened.
Speaking of her brother, he died on the shitter.
Yep, he fell asleep in the bathroom, which can happen. It's all happened to us.
Yeah, I've had it happen to me like 3 times before.
And then you get up and then you fall.
Yeah.
I've definitely done that.
But like I don't understand about this is Rick fell asleep first. Oh wait! No! We gotta make a backtrack. We forgot to mention something that Alice can do. She can now apparently take other people's powers.
Yeah, I was gonna get to that. But yeah, she inherits.
Do you think
people's stupid? Yep.
Well, yes, it's stupid. But do you think that's how she got Kristen? Because everybody had a dream power.
Yeah.
Do you think Alice's dream power was just was to kind of like stack power on top of hers?
No, she Hadouken. Street Fighter balls. And
Yeah, I know, but like after that, like, cause like, how else could she like consume other people that been willingly being like, here you go, like how?
Sure.
Okay, we're trying, okay, we're trying to make this movie less trash.
Sure. Okay. So she starts inheriting the powers of all of the deceased people.
Yeah.
So Rick falls asleep in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And then
He's a cheerleader orgy.
Yeah, well, not an orgy. They kind of like he goes to some weird. He's in the bathroom, and then the cheerleaders come into the stall.
You can see Alice there.
You can see Alice,
which is really weird.
and she's all burnt up. And no, she's Kristen. Kristen's all burnt up. He sees Alice in amongst the cheerleaders, which is weird. Which is
it's really weird.
And then he goes. It turns to an elevator, and then he goes to some party. And then he sees Kristen, she's all burnt up, and it transitions to a dojo, and this is where he fights Invisible Freddy.
Oh yeah, this fight is
in the dream world.
Mm-hmm. Sick.
It's fucking stupid.
It's very stupid. Yeah, and you can like the set was so bad, like it was made out of bed sheets. It was trash.
Anyway, so Invisible Freddy in the dream world is who Rick fights.
Mm-hmm.
Rick is fighting and hitting an Invisible Freddy. Freddy's still getting hit even though he's invisible. Rick does a front Karate Kid kick and happened to kick the glove off. And it falls on the ground and it flies and kills Rick.
Stabs him in the back.
Cool.
I remember what it was.
Okay.
It was her obsessive daydreaming.
Yeah, I was getting to the daydreaming too.
That happened
did
before that though. Happened before his dad. Remember she dreamed about like you're one major league. And then like with her dad where he's like, it's rabbit food and she's
it's I didn't like how she said words and how her mouth moved in this movie. It was just like people don't talk like that.
Not at all.
But yeah, she daydreams a lot and that it's a dream and so
anyway.
Whatever.
Yeah. That's something that happens.
So after Rick dies, Alice starts daydreaming at his funeral.
Mm-hmm.
And Rick comes out of the coffin.
What do you think? It's like, hey, babe.
Yeah. He says some stuff, then gets back in.
Closes the coffin.
Why?
Fuck.
Freddy didn't show up. Freddy wasn't there. She was daydreaming coming out of the coffin.
No.
Saying hello, baby, to his sister. And...
which is weird.
Yeah, it's... whatever. Okay. Go ahead, please.
The only thing, because like I'm trying to build some kind of defense, just how I do, and I'm devil's advocate. So the only thing I can think of is her other daydream, because this is the last time she daydreams in the movie. Mm-hmm. Her other daydreams, she was snapped out of it. She didn't willingly come out of it herself.
Okay.
In this daydream, she willingly was like, "This isn't real," and pulled herself out of the daydream.
Okay.
And then after that, she became the Dream Master.
Okay.
I think it's bullshit because it's daydreaming, and daydreaming is not the fucking same as being asleep. It's a cop out, but that's the only thing I can think of.
That's all we got.
For some kind of devil's advocate bullshit.
So Alice falls asleep again after the funeral.
She's sleepy.
Yeah, she's so tired.
It's been a long day.
She's so tired.
In her defense, it's been a long day. Like
she's so tired. This whole movie.
Yeah.
Falls asleep again. It ends up in a diner with Freddy, who has
soul food.
Yeah, that's what he calls it. He has all the victims. All the victims' heads are meatballs on a pizza.
Yeah.
And he eats Rick's head.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
That was not something that had ever been shown in the previous movie. That's something he did.
Why not?
But I guess Freddy's a cannibal now.
Why not? So, But this is the scene I remember the most from the movie. Is the meatball scene, because it goes to the Debbie working out. Because Al can see it. It's on a projector or something, and you can see her working out, and Freddy goes after Debbie.
Yeah, because he's now using Alice to pull people into the dream for him to continue killing people.
Right. Which that makes sense. Okay, that part makes he's using her as a bridge.
Yeah.
To get more people in. Got it.
Don't know why he didn't do that with Kristen, but okay.
So he's using her, and then he goes after Debbie, and then so Alice is trying to get to Debbie, and she's running out of the diner. Her and
what's his face?
His
name? Dan? Dan? Dave?
Dan? It might have been Dan.
Dan or Dave?
Dan. It was Dan.
Okay.
Okay. Her and Dan.
Such a boring name.
Yeah. Get in the truck, drive off.
Oh wait.
This is when they're in the loop.
Yeah, but Dan's the guy she said you're a major league hunk.
Yeah.
Okay. Continue.
Yeah. So now they're calling the loop, but they don't know it. So it's like they run to the truck, drive off, and they get to the house. Get out of the car, and she runs to the house, but she ends up coming back around out of the diner. And they caught in that loop a couple of times while Freddy's going after Debbie.
Which I think was kind of cool.
Yeah.
That was kind of neat.
Yeah. So this is probably the coolest part of the movie. Was
this whole sequence.
Being in that loop. And then
Debbie's death.
Yeah, then Debbie's death. She's working out, she's doing bench press, and then Freddy's over top of her, balls and face, for whatever reason. And he pushes the bar down, and her elbows snap.
Yeah. Oh.
And little roach arms comes out.
Yeah. Which, this is my favorite kill. And
Is
all
it
of Nightmare.
All of Nightmare? Okay.
Yeah, I like this one because this is the only time Freddy utilizes someone's fear. Ever.
Okay, yeah, because she was afraid of
bugs.
Yeah. And
so he utilized this fear, and it's the only time he ever fucking did it. And as a nightmare, he should be doing it all the time. Alright, continue.
So, she has little cockroach arms, and then Freddy ends up squishing her in a roach motel because she falls and
like the stuff, and she rips her face off.
Yeah, her face rips off and turns into an actual cockroach.
Dope.
And you see Freddy's eye peeking, and he squeezes it. They check in.
It's all like goopy, like
yeah. So Debbie's dead.
Yeah, pretty lit.
Yeah.
But then Alice inherited her rage and was like,
yeah.
And Freddy was like, got hit for some reason.
Yeah. So after this, when he tried to run over him with the car, and she ran anyway. But
I have so many questions about that too.
About when Debbie's dead, so now Alice has to get ready for her final fight.
Yeah.
Thank God we're close to the end.
Wait, can I ask a question real quick?
Yes.
You might know this.
Yes.
So when she inherited Debbie's anger, and I thought, whatever, and she runs into Freddy, right, and it sends Dan to the hospital because it's an actual car accident. I don't understand, because she was asleep. Her and Dan were asleep. So, and they were in a loop in their sleep in the diner. So they must have woken up.
Well, she realized they were in a loop.
Yeah. But then did she wake up after that and actually?
I assume so. I assume that once she became
aware, she's able to wake herself up.
she was able to.
But then from there, if she was awake, that leaves even more questions. How does she see Freddy while awake? And
no. I think she was still asleep at that point.
Yeah.
When she realized that she was.
If she realized she was in a loop, then how was she driving while asleep? And then also...
Well, that's why she ended up getting in a car accident.
But she didn't run into anything. There was nothing there.
She did. She ended up running into... it was like into the side of a building or something.
Was it?
When it switched to the real world, they were wrecked into like the side of a building or something.
So she was driving just asleep?
Yeah.
Revoke her license.
It's not ideal. It happened. But
yeah. Okay. Confusion fixed. I'm fixed.
So, she gets ready for her final fight with Freddy.
Mm-hmm.
And for whatever reason, she puts on different things from all her friends.
Like the Naruto headband.
Yeah. Headband. She puts a little Debbie bracelet on.
Has like the nerd gun for what's her face? I can't remember her name.
And then she looks in the mirror and gives the least badass phrase I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Then and since.
Yep. Fucking A.
Anyway, so like I said earlier, she inherited all her friends' powers, and now she knows karate and they end up in a church, her and Dan. They fall through a mirror. Dan's in surgery in the real world from the accident.
Mm-hmm.
But when they go through the glass in the dream, it cuts him open, so he starts bleeding in the real world, so they wake him up out of surgery, which I don't think how that works.
Mm-hmm.
They will still keep you under to fix the bleeding because it's still painful. But he wakes up, he goes out of the dream, so she's there by herself. She flips, does a bunch of flips, and starts kicking Freddy literally a billion times. Over and over and over again, and then he just laughs at her.
Yeah. Which, what would you do in that scenario? If you were beating the shit out of somebody and they just stood there laughing? I would just say, I'm sorry, give them my wallet, keys to my car, and leave.
You know what she did? She got a wire from the side and shot her dream powers into him.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a blue
Use the nerd gun.
Yeah, beam.
It was like,
and shot a hole through Freddy.
He went like, nope.
Yep, he just wiped it away.
Yep.
And this is how Freddy dies. We're to this part now. So she's laying there on the ground. She's about to die. She kills Freddy by showing him his reflection.
Yep. Yep.
Showing him his reflection. Didn't touch him.
Didn't pull him into the real world.
Didn't do any of that.
Didn't conquer her fear.
Yep. Just showed him his reflection.
And he died.
So we're to assume he's never seen his reflection before. That's where we're at. He's never seen himself. He has no idea what he looks like, otherwise he would have died by now.
Do you think he even knows he's burnt then?
I guess not. He's like, oh, that's me! Oh,
Oh god, I'm ugly!
I thought I was out here killing it!
Yeah. I thought I had gains!
Now the tongue waggle is creepy now. Oh, what have I done? So all the souls start punching their way out of Freddy.
Oh god.
And he has an arm coming out of his head and out of his chest, and they reach up and rip his jaw off. And
see some boobies coming out of him?
Yeah, you see boobies. Yeah.
For whatever reason.
Yeah, weird dead boobies.
Why didn't we see Nancy's body coming out of him? That would have been dope. That would have been a cool way to bring her back! as like a dream walker. If she like came back out of Freddy and then she was like, sup? And like just walked away. I would have taken it. I don't even care. Don't even say a line. I just want my Nancy back. Like,
She'll be back, buddy. Don't worry about it. But
probably not.
she was coming back in the New Nightmare.
Yeah, but I mean like that's not like Nancy. That was the actress playing as Nancy.
Maybe we can get.
Sure.
Anyway, so the souls rip his jaw off, all the souls escape, and she walks out of the church, and it's daytime, and she's with Dan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they're in the real world, I don't know if this is still a dream, but Dan goes over to a fountain, flicks a quarter in, you see Freddy's reflection, quarter hits the reflection, it evaporates, Freddy goes away, and this horrible movie ends.
Yep. It's over. This is over.
This bad movie is bad, and it should feel bad for being bad.
True. And it only gets worse from here, dude. It only gets worse. At least with the 7th one. It's a step up, you know. It's like a saving grace.
But this is probably the worst cop-out for killing Freddy that I've seen so far. And I've probably seen it all. Showing him his reflection?
I mean, Dream Child had his mom, like, shove him back into her vajayjay.
At least she touched him.
Where was his mom during all this? They introduced her in the last movie and were like,
Yeah. But we'll talk about her next week.
yeah, we'll talk about her in Dream Child, teaching how to do stuff. Oh, God. It's so bad. Yeah, so our rating for this movie, 1 out of 5. Give it a rating.
1?
You give it a 1?
It's nothing to hold on to.
So 1 star from this guy.
Yeah, the only thing that keeps it from going into negative stars is that little dream loop sequence.
That's fair. I would give it half a star. Half a star from me, just half a jack-o'-lantern. You know, right here, we'll add those in our little ratings.
Thank you. I was hoping I could do more editing.
Yeah. It's not hard. You got this. You're a professional. but yeah,
that was Nightmare 4, and I'm glad this one's over. And we only have a few more left before we can put Freddy to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It only gets worse.
Yeah.
It really only gets worse. Like, y'all think we're kidding?
No, it doesn't, because we differ on Freddy's Dead.
Fuck that movie.
You see?
We're gonna have an argument.
And I am all I can't wait to argue.
That goes out the Dream Child, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it goes Dream Child, Freddy's Dead, and then
New Nightmare.
Only 3 more. We're almost fucking done.
And we stayed on schedule initially. We would have been done.
We would have been done by now. Speaking of being almost done, we are thinking about going into Friday the 13th next.
Yeah. I think it'll be a good way to bookend everything, because we're gonna wait and do Freddy versus Jason after the Friday the 13th. And then we'll put them two to bed, and then we'll move on to...
Not looking forward to Jason X. Because how many Friday the 13th movies are there? 10?
A lot.
Oh, God.
That's a lot. A lot.
God, dude, they're so cringy.
A lot.
Like, I think like the first 2 are good, and then after that...
Yeah, stop being, you're being loose with good. My favorite one was when we went to Manhattan. But
God, ew!
I got some good takes on that one. That was gonna be a joke. But finish with 4. Next week we're doing 5.
Dream Child. We're gonna teach you guys how to do some stuff. Can't wait for that.
Hey, teach me how to do stuff.
I want to do it with you.
Yeah, so bad. Anyway, we're done. 7 is done.
This is 8.
8?
This is episode 8. 7's not up yet.
7, 8.
By the time you're seeing this, 7's already up.
Yeah.
We're on episode 8 now.
We're on 8. It's in the title. The title's correct. Don't listen to me. Listen to the title.
Yep.
So episode 8 in the box.
Yep.
So thank y'all for hanging out as always. Follow the socials.
Yeah.
Be good people.
Everybody love everybody.
Everybody love everybody.
Tell us what you want us to do.
Yeah.
We're simps. Just tell us what you want us to do and we'll do it.
Yeah. And what subjects you want us to cover.
Yeah.
We'll dive deep in them.
Mm-hmm.
Get all up in them yams.
Yeah. Like apparently Freddy did with Alice for Dream Child.
I guess. But thanks for hanging out with us. We really appreciate you all.
Mm-hmm.
We enjoy doing this. We enjoy hanging out, just talking and
it's fun.
And having a good time. But until next time, we're still drinking Beppis.
Ooh, we gotta drink Beppis. So. If you don't drink Beppis, then what are you drinking?
And also, as always, do something kind for somebody.
Yeah, like it's not hard. Hold the door open.
Yeah.
And don't expect a thank you. I hate that shit. People who expect a thank you, fuck you. You're not doing it because you're nice. You're doing it because you want recognition. You're a bitch.
But you should probably still.
Yeah, still do it, but you're still a bitch. But
still be. If someone does something nice to you, have the courtesy to be nice back. Be kind. It's healthy and it's free.
Yep. Long live deep fried.